Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. My name is Katrina, and this is your Oracle reading for January the 15th, 2018. For the next probably 2 months, I'm going to be using a new deck of cards. I'm using the 13 Moon Oracle cards. These cards are all very goddess-based, very feminine-based, but the readings will still apply to men as well as women. We all have a feminine side, and we all have a masculine side. And we have to be in touch with both sides of ourselves and be truly centered, being able to access the masculine when we need to be strong and forceful and go out and really take charge. And that is not to say women cannot be very feminine and still go out and take charge and be forceful. I think some of the most amazing women in the world could be qualified as women warriors. But the cards are helping us to become more in tune with the feminine part of us. Men and women alike need to be in tune with their feminine side in order to receive all of the good that the universe has to offer, to receive what other people have to offer, and then just to receive your own self-love and self-respect. The card for today is the Initiator. And as you can see, she's a very strong, very powerful, very centered woman. Her message is about self-love balanced with knowing your power. If you don't feel your own self-love, if you're not centered and respecting yourself and appreciating yourself for everything that you are and the potential you have to be more, then you can't love yourself. Lack of self-love is when we find most of our power struggles. It is when we realize that we're not in tune with ourselves, we're not in tune with other people, and we're not in tune with the world around us. Nature, the cosmos, society. And I know right now some of us are really struggling with the question, do we want to be in tune with what we're seeing in a lot of society today? The only way we're going to change society is when we love ourselves and we can accept ourselves for who we are and what we have to offer, and then balance that with our power to be authentic, to walk our talk. And I know from personal experience, it's especially hard for women to walk their talk because we've been taught that we're supposed to be weak. There's some things men are supposed to do. I personally don't buy into that. I would rather go out and clean up the yard and rake the leaves and play in the garden than I would run the vacuum or cook dinner. All of those things need to be done. And it doesn't matter whether a woman does them or a man does them. The Initiator is calling all of us to recognize men and women as true partners. I've heard the argument that men physically, because of their muscle structure and the hormones that they have in their body, because they have way more testosterone than we do, I've heard the argument that they are just naturally more aggressive and physically stronger than women. I don't believe that. I think that for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, men were allowed to be the more aggressive, the more forceful, because we women have the tendency to be more nurturing. I mean, after all, we have the ability in our bodies to create and grow new life. So it seems kind of a paradox or just out of balance if we can physically do this and then still go out and shoot something or kill something or get into a fight. the same inspirational power that allows a man to be forceful and want to go out and start a fight or fight a war or defend his home and his family or even just his own honor, we women carry it too. And we need to learn how to balance that, though. Just because we do have that power, just because we are strong enough physically and emotionally, doesn't mean that we need to go out and start wars. If anything, we need to use our feminine nature, that loving, nurturing ability to grow life, to end wars. And the Initiator is calling all of us outside of our comfort zone and into an area of rapid growth in how we love ourselves, challenging us in how we love others, and giving us the mission, if we should choose to accept it, the mission to decide that we're going to approach life differently. That instead, when someone cuts us off in traffic, instead of getting angry and cussing out loud in the car or screaming and making obscene gestures, instead we're being challenged to say, bless that person, maybe they didn't see me. Bless that person, maybe they're having a bad day. Bless that person, maybe they didn't realize what they were doing when they cut in front of me. Or maybe just say bless them. Bless them because I don't want to curse them. If you need help with any of this or any of the services that I offer, I have a lot of services on my website. I am a spiritual life coach. I am an energy healer. I can interpret dreams. I can connect you to your spirit totem. If you're interested in learning more about any of these things, I welcome you to check out my website. The link's on this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.